guys, welcome to Jazz Journey. My name is Jasmine. I'm so excited to do this video and share it with you guys. I really like sometimes finding a dupe. In this case is a little different. This is a fake palette. I wanted to put them side by side and test them out, test out the pigmentation, test out the similarity, at least on the palette, on the packaging. The price, of course, is a huge difference. One is $60 versus I think $15, and it's a huge difference, at least on the price, but it's worth it. What about the pigmentation? What about the way that it blends? What about the shades? Are they very similar? So that's what this video is about. I'm testing out two different palettes with the same name. One is real, one is fake. And also you're gonna see some swatches. We're gonna look into the packaging, and also I am going to show you how I created this eye makeup look using the real versus the fake. There is a difference, I think, a little bit on the eye makeup look. I think you can see a difference, so let's just get started. This one is the fake and this one is the real one. I guess you could tell more because this one has more like a sheen finish to it, and the shades on the front is more gold tone. So this one is the fake. And if you compare them by the size of the box, you can see that there is a difference. So that's why I was like, wow, this palette is big. But once I got the real one, I noticed there was a difference there. Then we go to the back of the packaging. Is very, very different. This one doesn't focus so much on the logo. This one does. But this one goes in details of all the shades. This one is just basically telling you more of the ingredients, and it's a big difference on those. I'm going to show you the way the fake palette came in. It came in this way. You can see it still has the packaging there, this plastic to cover, and once you open it, it looks huge. The mirror is very big, and these are the shades. The way I saw the pictures from the real one, they do look really bright and vibrant. This palette wasn't giving me that much brightness, at least on the purple shades. I love purple, and that was the reason why I kind of like went with volume 1, because once I saw volume 2, I was like, it has too many shades I'm not going to use. But once I saw volume 1, I do like that it has more purple shades there. But looking at the fake, I didn't see that same intensity from the purple shades once I saw the picture from the Norvina palette. The Norvina palette, once I removed it from the box, this is how it came. It came more protected. So once we removed that, I really haven't touched them. I haven't played with them. Oh, this one feels a lot heavier, even though it's a little smaller, but this one feels heavier. The real one feels heavier. And if we compare like that, they are a bit similar. It doesn't say anything in the back. And this is the mirror, and it came protected as well. And then these are the shades. So this is the real palette, and as you're gonna see, once I open both of them, I actually opened the real one in camera. I was surprised how pigmented, how vibrant the colors are. I feel like the fake did disappoint me on that. The fake does seem a little bit more pastel. They don't look as vibrant as the real palette. So let's just get started doing an eye makeup look. I'm just gonna show you the shades that I'm using, so that way I don't make this video too long, and then I'll tell you my overall impression, and then we're gonna go with the swatches, so just keep on watching. I wanted to share with you a tutorial. I really wanted to play with the palettes in one eye. I'm starting with the Norvina. This is the real palette, and I'm gonna say that the shades are very pigmented. I didn't have to pack on a lot of the product. It was very intense, and then I wanted to pick the same shade using the fake palette on the other eyelid. And I really had to continue packing that on, and it took me a long time. At the end, what I had to do was mix two colors. So you're gonna see that now I'm using the color that's right next to it to kind of get the same intensity from the original. And as the more I tried using some fun colors, in this case I'm using the soft purple, I tried packing that as well using the real palette. I noticed with the fake one, the same thing happened. I kind of started using the same lid, the same shadow, the same purple, and you saw me dabbing the brush in that color, and I was packing it and it still didn't give me much of a shade, so I had to kind of select another darker shade of purple to kind of like have the same at least intensity on the fake, using the fake palette. So I'm just gonna let you see the rest of the tutorial. This was a fun palette to use. I really like the shades, I like the color, but you will see for yourself that the fake, it took me a long time to create the look, while the real palette, just with a little bit, it was pretty intense. So just keep on watching the tutorial. But now I'm going to give you my overall impression after playing with the palettes, using it, comparing it with the shades. And I'm going to tell you that you will hear me saying that this one, the real one, is a lot heavier, does feel heavier, even though it looks smaller in size. This one does feel heavier. The pigmentation is there. I barely dab with the brush. I only have to kind of like tap it a little bit, and boom, the pigmentation was really strong. And I would just, that's why you saw me doing it a few times when I was on the tutorial, because it's there, the pigmentation is there. I love this is a challenge, because I heard many expert knows, at least the ones that I have done palettes in the past, that a formula to create purple shades are very hard, and the pigmentation in the purple shades here are all spot on. It's you just need a little bit, and I do like how it looks and how it blends. Now with the fake, I knew that would be a challenge, and I didn't expect anything less. If you look, at least comparing the shades, this one is a lot more softer. A lot of the shades are very soft. It's more like a pastel type of colors. They're not as vibrant. In order for me to get the same pigmentation in some of the shades that I use, for example, when I used the E4, which was the soft beige peach orange color, I had to use two different shades here to create the same tones. When I also created A2, which was that soft purple, I had to use two shades here to kind of create that color. A5 was the same thing, and in here I had to pick two different shades in order for me to get almost the same tone as here. I have to really pick and swirl my brush to get the pigmentation here, while here I just had to dab it. So it's a big difference with the real versus the fake. I had to pick a lot of product, and I still did not get the true pigmentation or the true shade just using the real palette. Another thing I did not like from the fake was that when I was picking the shimmer, just the shimmer alone, I had to pick two shimmers here, and they were just rubbing with each other. They were just staying on my finger. They were not being picked up, and it barely dabbed on my lid. And my lid had concealer, and usually when the concealer is wet, the pigmentation of the shimmer just sticks on very quickly. That wasn't the case at all with the pigmentations here, and the more I rub and picked, it was just horrible. It just stayed in my finger, and it barely put on my eyelid. Well, versus this one, it was so pretty. It was a different shade. It was a little bit more pink, and it just, with just one dab, you could just see how quickly it just showed in my eyelid. I really like the colors and how nicely they blend. I used a little bit of the white as well to kind of like clean the borders like here, and it was spot on. And usually white is kind of like those shades that I turn away from, because sometimes you do try to get like the soft, like a bone color, off white or white, and a lot of the times nothing comes up, it doesn't show on my skin. But in this one, the pigmentation on the white was, wow, spot on. So between these two, this one you do have to struggle more. You have to pick more shades in order for you to get kind of like a similar tones, comparing it to the real palette. So it's a big difference, at least in that sense. The makeup look, it did show, but I have to work harder. If you don't mind working harder, then you're gonna get the fake one. Just letting you know that I have to struggle. And the sad thing is that because I have to pick two shades, you're missing out on the other true shades here. I had to pick a light one and the one next to it that was like a darker tone to get the true color from one shade here. So then you're still missing out the darker shade on this palette. So I really wanted to just have fun, play with it, see how it looks of the real versus the fake, especially that this one is such a nice palette. It does have a lot of shades, but it's $60. I do like that they have more purple. I really don't have a lot of purple palette or with pink tones, and that's what I liked more, this palette, the volume 1. And I just can't wait to play more with the other tones, like the yellow tones. I don't think I have much of a palette besides the Charles palette. That one, it does have a lot of some similar shades from here, but I do like that this one does have like those warm tones with the orange and the mustard, the yellow, but also the purple, which are the shades that I do like. And a lot of nice shimmers there, and it does have a pop of blue too. I didn't play with these two here. So I just wanted to do a quick eye makeup look and compare them side by side. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any comments, or you like this palette, which one of all three you would prefer to get, or you prefer to just maybe get the fake one, I don't know, just let me know in the comment section. So thank you so much for watching. Until the next video, bye. So what I did was I swatched by row. So I'm going to show you all of the colors in my hand. The first row, you will see it starts with a very soft color, which is a very soft purple, then the darkest purple. So the first 5 up to the pink is the first row. And then right on top of it, you're going to see the second row, which is the purple, and then the gold. That's the second row, which is right on top of that. And then I will continue on the next row, and I try to swatch everything. This is the original palette. All the colors are very pretty, and as you can see, I just swatched it once and I got a very intense shade. I noticed that I did not get, it wasn't easy to swatch the fake palette, so I really wanted to show you the original first, and then I'm going to show you how it looks swatching the fake palette. I did struggle swatching those on camera. So then I'm also going to show you real quick the packaging of the box. This is the original, and then I'm going to show you the back as well, which I like that it has all the shades, and then I'm going to continue showing you the swatches, so just keep on watching.